trying to go to Supreme Court to federalize National Guards, but at the same time, the states are sending the National Guards down there. This going on. This going on right now, y'all.
That's a mess. You telling me we
Hey,
having a
Joe.
Mexican standoff
Joe, I saw that this morning.
with
I
our own
couldn't believe
people?
that shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not getting that much mainstream media about it. I don't know if it is, but
That is fucking crazy.
Shit, Joe, right there. If you need me to play something.
nah, Stu got it. Stu got it. I ain't know. I ain't know. I was just really. I just wanted. I was giving him the articles about it or whatever, and I ain't know we went over it yet. But that's going on.
Now, if that don't scream some type of agenda,
All right, so Joe, let me read a little bit. It's a former president, Donald Trump, on Thursday gave his backing to Texas Governor Greg Abbott amid the latter's feud with Biden administration over the border security, urging states to send their national guards to the border and promising to work hand in hand with the state to combat the invasion if he is inaugurated again in January 2025.
So I guess they heard that and they took it upon. They said like, well, shit, fuck, wait until then. We can do it now.
and see, that's the shit I don't like, bro. Just all right, just on the drop of a dime, fuck it, we can go to the Supreme Court and federalize the National Guard. Like y'all just make up this shit as you go.
It happened
Motherfucker
because they blocked the dock from the border patrol to go save this lady and her son that was coming from Mexico that drowned this last week. That's why they did it so fast.
well,
Say
it
that.
ain't like Tech. It ain't like Texas ain't tell everybody they was putting the shit in the water, man.
No, they
So you
did. They let
know,
it be known.
they told everybody.
Nah, they couldn't get the Texas, the people that not the, how can I put it?
Can't really hear you, fam.
Come to the mic, fam. Come to the mic.
Hey,
Wake
yo.
up all the people that's sleeping in bed. Joe trying to get this motherfucker live.
Oh no, I was just putting it. I was like, what? Cause see, I heard about it last night, and I'm like, oh shit, this shit actually going on as we speak.
When Joe, you
So
said
I was,
you was logging off and going to decompress. I knew you was bullshitting me.
yeah, I went and found some more shit. I didn't get to
Yeah, Joe, we need to
decompress.
get you some medicine, Joe.
Hey, Joe, how about Massachusetts shutting down half the Logan Airport and having the immigrants sleeping on cots in the airport?
I know you fucking lying.
I just sent the news articles too. They shut
Wow.
down they shut down three-quarters of the airport. People have to get rerouted to Providence now. They got half the Logan airports now. Now they keeping immigrants there on costs.
I could have
Yeah,
sworn they were just asking residents to house them and all that kind of shit.
Yeah. My wife told me some shit about that. She read somewhere that they was asking people to actually house these immigrants, bro. In their homes.
no, I was just man, salute to though. I want trying. I ain't trying to stir up nothing though, but it was just it was just a kind of alarming that this is some big moves going on and behind closed doors. Like this can go to something else real quick. Like in my time, I don't remember uh the Fed, the feds and the state, quote unquote, having problems like that with each other.
Yeah, we ain't got no control at the border. That's crazy.
It's
That
crazy.
ain't
A Mexican
good.
standoff between our own people over immigrants coming across the border. Absolutely
crazy recipe. But like last night I heard it's 15 states agreed to help Texas. I don't know all the states for sure, but I know for sure Alabama already sent national people state of Alabama already sending guards down there for sure. I just don't I gotta find out about the
Well,
other
they
states,
quick
but I
to
know
send they
Alabama.
Joe. They quick to send their National Guard, ain't they?
Yeah, Alabama
Down
already sent there.
there.
Gee,
They get
you could
red.
pretty much pinpoint which one sent it. Start out Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. These niggas
No,
gonna stick together,
Chico, you
goddamn it.
heard that shit?
Pro
Alabama,
ball.
Alabama. This niggas been sending
Pro ball.
National
Why y'all
Guard
ain't
since the '60s, nigga. What are
uh,
we doing?
Maryland in the
Mississippi,
South.
gotta
Mississippi,
get Baltimore involved.
all them is lined up quick.
Alabama didn't waste no time, Chico.
They're like, yeah, we down. How many you need? That's what's up. They standing with Texas. You know what I'm saying? To protect our borders. I'm with it.
But you know, my
Watch, you
bad
won't see no
it's noise
Democrats,
and
Joe.
background.
You won't see nobody from up north coming to help, brother. When you said 15, was any of them up north?
I'm trying to find the list of the whole all 15 states, but only thing I know for sure Alabama already don't win. They down there. So I'm still looking to see the other 14 states.
So make it make sense. We talk about protecting borders, but on the flip side of that, once they're here, they come here to all these benefits, right or wrong. Don't they get all these stipends and whatnot? Or am I misinformed?
Now, as soon as
No,
they
you
land
right.
on
You
when they
dead
get
ass on
here,
it.
when they, if they get past
You
that
got it.
Rio Grande
All right,
and
Joe.
that
Can I
and them
can I
barbed
can I say
wires,
something real quick? Pretty please. All right. So let me. It's just funny how Americans do this shit, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, half of these motherfuckers who made these laws, parents came over here on the same motherfucking kind of way. Wasn't they the slum lords of the hoodlums
yep,
coming
yep,
over here on boats, 10,000 on one little small boat at a time, Joe?
yep. You
Damn
know
near
the
hanging
yep,
off the boat. And then when they got over here, they was giving fucking free land, free jobs, free welfare. But now you want to say something to the Migo when you stole this nigga land in the first place? Come on, somebody help me out.
Well, what they're doing is this is for the Democrats and the Republicans are pushing back. Immigrants usually vote for Democrats,
Kareem, but
and that's why it's
you get
problem
You
what I'm
follow,
solving.
saying
he
though,
ain't
Kareem?
following what you're saying, Stu.
What I'm saying
I
is
thought,
this system is built off of
No,
immigrants
no
from the
disrespect.
motherfucking
No
beginning.
disrespect, sir. No disrespect.
How you gonna tell which immigrants you want to come to benefit your goddamn way when you've been doing this shit from the beginning, dog?
yeah.
I
That's
get
Picking
the
what
and
you're saying.
choosing.
way.
The people in charge have their own vision of America.
Their type of
Once they
immigrant,
understand,
their type of immigrant is cool.
right,
But
right.
when it comes to
Remember,
different color immigrants, it's a problem.
Picking and
correct.
choosing.
That's why they didn't let the
It's
Haitians come
only
through. They
it's
said,
it's
no,
only
turn
the
around.
it's only the South American, South Central American immigrants that's the issue.
Dude, I don't know if you know this, but Ray Charles and Miss Leonard tell you, America stole the whole West Coast from Mexico, dog. For real. That ain't California,
Now,
that's
that's
Mexican
a
land.
known fact.
And then name one of the states.
New
New
Mexico.
Mexico,
New
Hey, look,
Mexico.
nigga.
all y'all gotta do is take a trip out there. You'll see the tribe. You'll see all that shit up in the mountains, bro. You'll see all.
So my thing is, we like to get involved. Yeah, to stop them at the border. How the fuck can we say some shit about stopping somebody at the goddamn border? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I
And
know
then,
what we
Mm-hmm.
need.
and
Joe,
then
Some
not
Joe,
only
it's
that,
2025 now,
it,
Joe.
and then not only that, and I'm one more second, I'm gonna give up the floor. My bad. Not only that, We depend on these same motherfuckers to pick our fields, same motherfuckers to get on the roof and put the goddamn roof up there, same motherfuckers to build you that $1 million home. But you want to talk about you need to stop them at the borders. But I'm like I say, I'll let y'all have that.
Bro, as a driver, I tell y'all all the time, I deliver to Amigos all the time. I just had a whole translator on my phone delivered to Amigo, bro. So they over here.
And
Hey, that's a good one
Stu, go ahead.
for scholarship status.
Let's start shipping them to some of y'all states because we have no more room in New
Oh,
Jersey and
we
New York.
live
We're
with them.
sleeping
What
on the
you
street.
mean? What you mean?
You know what,
Hey,
Stu?
this
You are
is
We don't
absolutely
have
right.
hold
no
up.
You,
room.
Let's have the talk. Let's have the immigration discussion on scholarship status.
what did it mean?
Kareem, when I go to my local Walmart, they in there, dog. They got their own section in Walmart. But how can I
I get what
say
you're
something,
saying.
anything about them when I know they picking all the motherfucking food around here, dog?
See,
I
it's
understand that
such a
wholeheartedly, but it's different up here. They ain't nothing to pick up here.
I
We
thought
just getting
y'all the
out.
well
Garden
take
We
State.
don't just
Y'all the
what
Garden State, right?
they
They
got.
up there for seasonally.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
just don't I
In
just
New
don't
York
get it, bro,
and
because
New
you
Jersey.
look at go ahead,
Go
bro,
ahead,
go ahead,
bro.
my bad. I'm just
No, you
saying, you
got it.
look
You
at
got it.
places like where I live, man, and man, we got so many buildings, houses, buildings that's man, I don't know. I don't want to go off into a little. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Hey,
It,
it's more than
It
enough.
seemed
It's
like
more than
it just
enough
seemed
land
like
for
people got agendas.
everybody.
That's what I mean. It's way more than enough for everybody, bro. And y'all wanna. It's just like they wanna pick and choose and control certain things and allocate these funds for this, that, and the third, where you can really sit back, do a budget, map shit out, and really make some shit happen for real. But it's like they don't want to solve the problem for real.
Bruh, if you get them to get with us, that's what they're trying to prevent, bruh. They're gonna be they're gonna be outnumbered. And the number's up to 25, Joe, and they're all Republican governors. Like I thought. We got sanctuary cities up
so
north. We let them all in.
went for 15 to 25.
The number's currently at 25 according to CNN and Fox News. 15 was the number which you had, and then 10 more states joined them. You got barbed wire out there in the water trying to stop people from getting in it.
And hey Stu, and salute what you saying and everybody. And I'm gonna put the other side of this scenario. I don't. It's this scenario is not gonna be on mainstream media, but this is very a big issue. Uh, since the borders was open in 2020, human trafficking uptick dramatically upwards ever since them borders been open. Right? They always been accounting since them borders been open they witnessing human trafficking uh 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 uh, uh, uh actions going on right in front of them. Border patrol peoples has been coming out talking about this, but they are not going to be on CNN, Fox, and all that because that's a major conglomerate news station. But it's been a lot of border patrol people that's been there since it started complaining about human trafficking going on, kids being taken by people that's not even their parents, white vans picking up a whole bunch of kids and they don't even know where they're going. They taking them. It's a lot of shit going on. It's chaos down there. It's no order.
Okay, Joe. Now let me ask you a question. All right, we live in the greatest country in the world, the richest country ever to exist, the biggest armies ever be created. Why the fuck do we got a border problem, Joe?
I don't think we have a border problem. We have a problem what's coming through the border.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why we don't have military lined up at the border? If it was such a problem, why is it? Why don't we have special forces down there? Why the FBI ain't down there stopping this shit, Joe?
That's what I'm saying. It's a difference between federal and state. When you if no offense, if you got people that represent the federal side that's okay with this, That's why. That's what we got. That's the problem we got going on now. The
Eh,
people in the states are not okay with. The feds are okay with this. The
We
feds
need it.
the feds haven't been on that front line since 2020. The state have, so they probably see more than the feds see. And if
And
they go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say, and by the way, Stu, I don't know if you ain't know, but most of them boys is deployed somewhere around the world
Hmm.
as of recently. They got them here, they got them there, they got them every motherfucking where, but right here.
That's a fact. So, but
God,
but I think I think we trying to deter from that border because we obviously must got a lot of money being generated from that border.
There it
Think
is.
about
A lot
There
of
it is.
that.
um,
Because if you
it's
go
just
down
like
there and
I don't
lock
know if
that bitch, if you go down there and lock that motherfucker down, what's gonna happen?
it's the
I don't think
thing
they
is
can
about the
cover the
border.
whole border the
Border.
way it is.
A
I don't
bunch of
think the
white
border
Especially
people that
never.
think
around
them Turks gonna be down there
Ethiopia, South.
busting them.
I don't think the border never been locked down. It's just certain procedures that they had to do. Now it's wide open. Also another problem that's been going on since 2020. A lot of people on the terrorist watch list has been falling through, and they catch a couple of them. They put it out there. Oh, he was number 10 on the terrorist list. We caught him trying to come through, but
But
they're
that
like,
right
what
Oh
about
there
the?
yeah,
goes
Joe.
to Joe.
I seen the number one that was on the list. Oh, he was doing a little interview. They ain't catch him. And he was talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna find out who I am in a minute. That's exactly what he said.
And
But my,
That's
that's
a
all
fucking
another
quote.
problem. It's
for
so
all of
many
y'all that's
going
cool with this,
through. They're not able to catch everybody need to catch, and that's the biggest problem.
yeah,
That's the biggest.
that's the
But
problem.
they
But
had a
y'all about
camera
to take
down there to catch him though. And put that little words he put out there. Bro, I'm telling you, listen, with the way they deployed these militaries for these proxy wars all over the world, and then the way they got these borders wide open, and not only the Mexicans and Southern Americans coming through, but all the Asians coming from
There. Talk
California.
about
And
it. Talk about
hey, bro, it looked like some shit. It looked like they planning some shit on themselves,
it. There's hundreds
if
of
that
them
make
coming
any
over
sense.
here, bro. Hundreds. I've seen local
who?
videos. Like Joe said, it's not gonna be on the mainstream media, bro. I've seen the video.
Revolution will not be televised.
Well, y'all. Well, I mean, where is this at? Because if y'all got space, y'all can come get them from up here. They got
This
them set up in
nigga-
old school.
Hey, we also got to realize, bro, we got a lot of rich people over here. So a lot of these rich folks are paying these motherfuckers to let them come in, bro, so they can use them as workers, as slaves, bro. Like that's a real thing.
I'm,
Think
I
who
get that,
like
bro.
I've
But
been saying the whole time, who out here on the roofs and who out here in the fields, my man. It ain't me and you. It ain't
Exactly.
no nigga. So they gotta
but see, y'all
replace
keep
the
talking
new
about
man.
fields. Ain't no fields up here, Stu.
You said what?
Why you
There
just
are
keep
no
You
talking
no fields
talking
about
none of
about
that,
your
bro.
there?
place. We talking about the whole South, my man, the
They
West.
all over the South,
Who you
bro.
think
Well,
picking your strawberries
then when
in
they come in,
California?
let them come there. Let them come to where you live.
What harm are they doing to your area, Kareem? Why are you so adamant
Well,
on
I'm just
getting them
saying
out
because
of there?
once again there's resources that have to be given. You know they got them in schools, old schools that we don't even use anymore. House them.
But
What
House
else
them.
they
They got to
doing to
get.
how does
schools?
that affect? How
And
does that
and how
affect
is that
you?
affecting you?
So, what you mean? How does it affect me?
How does it affect
Because
Exactly.
you,
I'm an American taxpayer, and if I fall into a situation, I can't get that same
bro?
help.
You don't want nobody to get no help, bro.
You don't even want your people to get the damn reparation.
Pull yourself up from your bootstraps.
I know here in
Like I said,
Oklahoma.
Chico, used to, and every one of y'all are saying that it's cool to let the borders open. When they come in,
I
let them
didn't
come
Hey,
in.
say
look,
it's
hey, look,
cool to
check
let
it out, check
the
it
boy
out, check it
go.
out, check this out real quick though. My nieces and nephews is Mexican, so all that, yo, they keep the border open, yeah. They ain't seen their daddy since they were fucking kids, so yeah.
All right, now here in Oklahoma, these the migrants that's coming from the border, they in the middle of the highway stopping cars, forcing them to get them money. Or- I don't know what's
Damn.
going on in y'all state, but
That's
that's
the
going
that's
on
the
here in
that that's
Oklahoma.
Oh,
Joe, what the hell you got going on today?
You said
No, no,
forcing
that's
them to
real.
do it.
I said this
God,
long. No, no, no. You remember I brought this up last year. This serious. This is real.
everything you said, Joe, about the migrants is white people and black people doing that right now in America. They out here. We
Well,
got
now
it's
they
time,
now
but we
call
got to
it.
see what
They
he did.
call hey
I
Sue.
seen
They
black
call
people and
it
white people be on the
panhandling.
side of the interstates with signs, and if you stop there, like, hey, you want to cool. Not. I'm talking about be in the middle of the street, stopping you, not be on the side like, hey,
You
we
talking about
stop.
like the
Hey,
water boys?
yeah, we don't have water boys here, so I don't know. I don't know how they rock.
The young black kids stopping you for $1 for a bottle of water.
No,
That's what it
they
was.
don't do that here. They don't do that. I know what
But
you're
they
talking
they
about, though.
they actually hustling those too. They actually putting the work in
Well,
trying to get some
I
bread.
see Migos in Florida handing out flowers for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They what
selling fruit.
Man, go to New York, nigga. They on the interstate, man.
Hey,
So
I
so
told
Joe
you
so
I
so
bought some fruit from out there in New York. Yeah, that shit was good
at
too.
least they coming with something, nigga. We be out there just with a sign. I'm hungry, nigga. What?
so you got people in the middle of the highway, Joe, holding up traffic. Is that what you saying?
Yes, they been doing it. They not like the busy ones, but the side highways. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
what they
down here in New
they
York,
they
they wait till they stop and then rush the car.
so they strong arming people? I'm trying to
They
understand.
trying to strong on a couple people. It's been situation like it's already been physical altercation behind it.
Hit
But
they
of
motherfucking
course,
ass. You in a
but
car.
of course, exactly. Some people say, hey. All I'm saying is it's
Hey,
stuff going on. It ain't being put on TV though. That's all I'm gonna say. It's you, uh,
hey, hey, Joe.
go close down there.
Hey,
If you
Joe.
got family
Oh, we
members,
gonna have to change his name to Breaking News Joe.
Breaking
if
news,
you
Joe.
have
There it is.
family members down there, ask them personally what's going on. Not fuck what the TV and news tell. Ask people that's live down there what's going on. You gonna hear something totally different. Trust me.
Hey, Joe, can I ask you a question? Why they ain't complain about the Russians and the Ukrainians that came over here, boatloads of them? They ain't say nothing about them coming over here.
They always speak on amigos. That's
And
it.
they had all kind of killers, drug dealers, come over here, crime mob bosses, all that kind of shit. Ain't nobody say nothing about them. They
They
were open arms. Oh, you refugees. Come on, refugees.
you gonna hear about that in an election. Trust me. Trust me.
See,
You gonna hear
Joe, think
that's
about
the
how much money we gave
You know
them.
what's funny?
All that money, Joe.
Correct.
My
But
bad, Goody, my bad.
they in war.
certain Migos come over here or sit on certain jobs by the cartel, bro. Like, but you can see the video where the cartels are letting the boys in. They cutting that shit open and letting them in, bro. It's just on video.
and that's a
Well,
whole
listen.
nother
I'm
caveat.
glad y'all have this
The
perspective,
cartels, that's a whole nother conversation right there.
and this is one of the notions that's gonna get Joe Biden put out of office. Right here, the thoughts that they
Gotta
have.
get control of that
Why can't
border.
they? Why they should?
But why is this now just a problem though? That's what I'm trying to understand. This should have why wasn't
What's an
this a
election?
problem 20 years?
It
It's
never
always gonna be
was
a
a
problem.
problem
You don't
because
think
they
they was
had,
coming over here doing the same thing 20 years ago?
yeah, they was going underneath the tunnels.
Joe, they was finding tunnels of 60-mile long tunnels, dog, from Tijuana to damn
To
San
San
Diego.
Diego.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think they
That's an
more
Them
on
interesting politics
them
thing.
tunnels won't use fucking human trafficking. So they know what they use, bro.
Man,
I
look
think
at when
it's,
they built them for Fast and Furious.
yeah.
But
I
it's
think
just
it's
an election
more
year
on,
thing, too. That's all. It'll go away once the election's over with,
yeah,
and they'll let
it
them come through, and then it'll be a problem another 4 years. There's too many of them here, so
Hey,
you're never gonna
Kareem,
get cheaper labor than
I'm with
going. That's
y'all.
all good.
I'm with y'all. I want them to, regulate it a little better. But I think if they're coming for a better opportunity and willing to work, go through, you know what I'm saying? Just the go through the paperwork, get your shit right. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
Because in
Um,
some ways, the lazy American fear them because then the job that they won't do and they will do,
Right.
then they lose out.
Here's another caveat. I'm glad you mentioned paperwork, Stu. Why does it cost so much? You know what I'm saying, for somebody that comes over here to get like citizenship or green card or whatever the case may be. You know how much money that shit costs?
How much, dude?
Where's that fun? Man, that shit is like tens of thousands of dollars. That
Oh,
shit
that's
is a
why they be getting
process.
married for like 20,000 and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that shit is a process, man. My
Is that
I
price?
got
Is that price? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Is that price to keep a certain people out?
that's what I'm asking. I don't know what is what is for. All I know is, what I'm saying, when my peoples be trying to get certain family members over here, that shit is like a lengthy process. Unless they, if they hear about they be having lotteries and shit to move them up the
Man,
list, or
it cost
finagle them.
it don't it cost to get in VIP, my nigga?
It
Yep.
damn
And I'm
skin
i
be.
I'm
Fuck
I'm
that
I'm gonna
shit.
ask you if
Nigga,
we
this
on that part
VIP, baby.
about on that part about costing. Do you know on the Mexican side, the cartel make them pay them just to get to the Rio de Grande?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
y'all know that? Do y'all know that? Do you know this is a organized situations on both sides? This
Joe,
that's
it's
why
it's American farmers accepting them. Yeah, I know that.
you, it, you if the mess if the cartels making these people pay for to even get there, because they had to walk they had to walk a long period of time just to even get there, and they got checked. The cartel have checkpoints on the Mexican side for these people.
Joe, let me ask you a question.
I'm
Who
just
built
saying,
who
so
built
do that
this?
sound
Who built
crazy?
who built this system though that you talking about? Like who, how did they get money to bring people over? Like what was they doing? Who was paying them? It was Americans doing that to get cheap labor, Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
So now we gonna get the cheap labor, get rich. All them farmers in Texas done got. Think about how much money them Texan farmers got. They got big money out there, oil money, all that. And now they want to say, "Oh, let's close the border because I got all my money. I didn't got everything."
I don't think it's the concept of close the border because the border
They
never
trying to
been
close that
closed.
bitch. They don't want
They
nobody coming through
they
the South. You know that.
they wanted to be just like the Title 42. I guess I don't fucking know, but since this is a new border here, we can go and say the border wide open. How about that? The border's open. I think some people just wanted to tighten the rules a little bit, not just like, hey, nobody can come over here. Because I don't think that's never been in the rules like, yeah, we ain't taking nobody. I haven't heard that one, but I think they just wanted like, you know, put more regulations on it. I honestly like at the end of the day, like I said, this became a problem underground, not mainstream, underground because all the human trafficking going on. If y'all can look up, go Google the numbers of human trafficking from 2020 to now, it's a total difference.
You know why that is though, Joe? Because a lot of people was getting turned around. That's why you were seeing tractor trailers, trucks full of fucking Mexicans. Yeah, and they paid the cartel to get them fucking through, just like they get
So,
everything else through.
good man.
And the mic behind, ready to go. Ready to go.
Hey
Yeah,
Stu,
I seen
it,
that thing.
hey Stu, it's parts of the border don't have no patrol of it at all.
Now
It's wide open.
that's a fact. That's a
They
fact.
don't talk about that either. They don't talk about
Hey,
that either on mainstream media.
hey Joe,
So that's why I said this is a game.
hey
It's
Joe,
parts of
what
the
you
Man,
border
Cooney
that
and them, man,
has
they
no
Cooney and
border
them let them
Joe,
in,
patrol,
man.
no nothing.
hey, what Joe speaking is fast. I done delivered all over the West Coast. I got videos of certain areas that's got the border right there, and it's not being patrolled, bro, at all.
Okay, so let
Not
me
just not
ask y'all a
patrol. We don't have
question.
enough
We
people
like I
that's
said
doing the
again, y'all
job.
not understanding. We have the greatest military ever to exist. You mean to tell me they can't control that border? That's what y'all.
They don't want to. They
It's a
want that shit to come
game.
in. Whatever they
That's
got
what I'm
coming
trying to
in,
Most
they
say.
getting
of these
So,
paid.
people
so,
that go
so
across that
until
border
they
every
put
day and work,
military government down there, y'all should think, well, damn, they must be playing Peter and Pan. I mean, goddamn Cowboys and Indians or some shit. They doing something.
It's wild, wild west. It's law. It's lawless. No law. It's what's the word for it? It's a
He
lawless
said it's
society
lawlessness, lawless
right
state,
now.
law state.
Yeah.
This is the Democrats doing. That's why they love
Why
it.
you keep talking about the Democrats, bro?
Yeah,
What you
they
talking
all
about,
together,
bro?
dog. We way past
No, they're
that.
not.
They know
No,
what
they're
the
not.
Democrats and Republicans are something different, bro. They
So you
all
telling
fucked
me,
up and
okay, Kareem,
twisted.
come on, Kareem, let's be serious. So you telling me Nancy Pelosi and let's just say I forget
Yo,
the other guy that
is
was
your state a
speaker.
sanctuary?
You
Do you have
telling me that
sanctuary cities in
you
your
telling me
city?
that they aren't neighbors? They don't live right down the street from each other in the same community. They
They
don't go to the
all in
same
cahoots
golf
with each
club.
other with the
They don't
same
go to the
I'm
bullshit.
talking
same
about
bar.
politics wise, bro. Like y'all trying to get over the
hey,
fact
Stu,
that
go look at what
a nigga,
Nancy Pelosi made off in video.
I seen it. I seen it. But that's what I'm saying, Chico. They all together, man. This ain't.
They is.
They got you. Come on, man. Their number one priority is to make money. That's why we a corporate.
Nah, you right on that.
You got to get out that mind state of Democrats and Republicans. That shit is bigger than
you
that, bro.
damn
Like
right.
that
You can
shit
say
dead.
that. You did. No, it's not. If that's
That's
what you
like
want to
the Crips
believe
and the
in the
Bloods.
purple state that you
And
in,
C corps,
that's what
S
you.
corps, LLCs, and corporations. That's what that language they.
It's all about that
Everybody
dollar.
on fire.
I bet you every one of them got a business, and you don't.
But yeah, like I was saying though, the uptick that's been going on is the human trafficking. And,
Let's do this on Scholarship
and,
Saturday. Let's bring in the crowd. I think this is a great discussion. But keep going.
yeah, but I don't think this discussion would go off well with everybody.
Hey, we want an honest opinion.
Yeah, be
Should
more
we call in at SEAL Team 6 to lock down the borders?
Joe, if you find an FBI most wanted niggas walking across the border, you don't think they shouldn't have jets? Hey, I be going to Shaw Air Force Base, bro. They got the best jets in the world, just chilling over there. You mean to tell me they can't go down there for the summer?
no, you right, but overall,
I'm talking
this
about taking niggas out. Everybody, you think they can't do that?
they can, but guess what though? That's two different entities. What we they is starting, they this hell of a plan. I give them a hell of applause, hell of a plan. They about to uptick state versus federal. This is the
So
beginning of
you
state
saying this
versus
Civil War too?
because of this. Because that's the when I read, I like, whoa, 15 states, or and then Kareem said 25 states. I'm like, okay, 25 states. And then I heard, oh, Biden's trying to federalize the National Guard for they won't be able to go down. I'm like, okay.
You ain't talking
So
about it
when you
doesn't
say
matter.
when you say why they ain't brought no the army and Jetsons, that's a federal call. The state can't make that call. So that's the problem.
And Chico's boy Joe Biden is willing to do. Let open. Come on, come on. And like I said before, you don't you want to stay down in that purple state where you at in Georgia and think that it's not a thing. That it's they one and the same. It's 25 Republican states. Not one Democratic state is going against Joe Biden in this. Everybody that's standing with Texas are Republican representatives. So you can keep going with that notion of they all one and the same. That nigga thought. That's what you want to believe. I respect it. But when politics, some things are deferred. They're not always all one in the same basket. It comes around every election time, and nobody never sees it.
They're
And
not
you wonder why
always
people think that
enemies,
that's not
true
nothing.
enemies either. They do business together.
They have to do business together. This is democracy. What you think, dog?
They are one of the same. They're friends. We the losers.
Nah, no,
We
they're not, bro.
losing. They winning.
Nah, bro. See, I don't know where you get that notion of they winning, you losing,
Winning.
whatever.
They're laughing behind our
American
back.
people lose.
Look what we got them thinking. We got them really thinking we hate each other.
Exactly. That's the
Hey,
part I'm
dog,
trying to
this
get
stuff, I don't know
across,
where
man.
where y'all get this. It ain't even worth the thought, man. I see y'all don't get it, and it's not even enough to waste a thought on it.
But that was a nice discussion, Joe. Appreciate it. My boy
To
Eddie
be
down.
continued.
I just know if we really wanted to stop some shit, we can stop some shit. You know, the best army ever to exist. You mean army, military, navy? You mean to tell me we couldn't have the navy down there with the Navy SEALs down there sniping motherfuckers off? Come on, man, y'all play Call of Duty.
You
We
have
can't
a
we can't unless
Democratic
the unless
president that's
unless the
not going to do it, bro. He
we
wants
can't.
the border to be open. You talking about what they can't have? Like Joe said, that's a federal thing. The state of Texas is doing what they can. That's why you got 25 other states
So
that's
so
getting
you
involved.
telling me the border
Your
ain't
president don't
federal?
want it.
You
Your
telling me the
president don't
border of
want it to be
America
that way.
isn't federal?
Your president don't want the borders
You
closed, bro.
but you said that Mexico line that ain't a federal property. That
And who's in charge of that? The president of the United
the
States, Joe Biden.
so
He makes the call,
before that,
bro.
who was in, come on, my man. This is
I'm listening
they
to
ain't
you. What you
never
say?
tried to
Come
stop.
on, my man. I see a lot of the reason why a lot of y'all have a bias in this type of conversation, and I do understand why. It's not because of patriotism at all, because it's something that's the first. But at the end of the day, beforehand, people were still getting in. But when you want to say Donald Trump, I guess that's what you're alluding to. Democrats do the same thing every time they're in office. They open up the borders, less regulation, uh, greater amnesty, the dream programs, and Obama did the same stuff. And when Republicans get back in, they tighten the noose a little bit more. You don't never hear about no immigration when the Republicans are around because they don't let them in as much. And if the ones that they do let in, you'll never hear about. That's when y'all say y'all people. I get it.
It look like that border never closes because people still be crossing that
And
border.
man, it's a tough conversation, man, and there's a lot of different layers to that, man. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd rather bust a left, man, because people be getting offended, and it's a tough conversation, man. For real. There's a lot of different aspects into this shit, man. And the Republican Democrat argument, I think that's the least of it.
Yeah, I'm more on it. State and federal. That's what I'm more on because the states they got power to call the guard, the national guard, but they don't have the power to do
Joe, let me
bring
ask you a
bring
question.
I think we can just zero. I think we can
Navy
try to
SEAL.
zero in on these agendas. You know what I'm saying?
Where the state get their money from, Joe?
That's a trick question. I can't give you a flat out answer with that question.
Don't they gotta abide by certain things to get federal funding?
Certain states don't even allow federal funding like that.
You sure about that?
I don't
I
believe
mean,
that, Joe.
I mean, I recall when the pandemic happened, it was states that refused federal help. That's what I meant by that. That's why I can't hard stamp
You're
what you
absolutely
just
right.
said, but
They refuse federal funding. Like I said, I mean, great conversation. With when Fam said what he said earlier, I should have jumped out of it then, because then you get into people's emotions because you have an attachment there. First thing he said was, "Oh, my niece is there." So you anything you say after that, we know what side you're gonna stand on. I'll let it rock. I'll continue.
Tough conversation, bro.
Yeah, we should be able to have a conversation though without having it to be personal. Just providing
Yep.
our
Yep.
perspective on it.
When you
But
talk
I
about
think
people,
Chico, don't all states
two
give
different
government
demographics,
funding?
you always gonna have a personal issue to it. If you're biracial and you have one parent that's Mexican and the person that's black that's your parent, you're not gonna tell them not. You can't say nothing about it because you're half of one and half of the other. So personality will come in somewhere in the
But,
conversation.
but
But
America
again,
needs
like I
to
said,
have
to
this
your point,
conversation.
Oh no, I know I
I just know where we live at. You know what I mean? All the old schools, the buildings that we not using, they loaded up. You know what I'm saying? And they try to keep them fenced in like refugees or whatever because I don't know. You know,
But
they don't
but
want them bothering the people, whatever.
but you know what, Kareem, and like Abdul asked you, I'm gonna ask the same question, and I'm not throwing no cheese, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I always wondered why Americans are so against certain things, and their response is, "Oh, my tax dollars." Like without this problem, you ain't got no say so where them tax dollars going. These
But
people
what
doing what the
happens?
fuck
Again,
they
like I
want to do
said,
anyway.
let them come
Hey,
to
but
your place. That's all I'm
what
saying.
happens when certain refugees need a place to stay because they're at war and they're so much more favorable than the other ones?
I'm about
What's
to
the difference?
Ukraine.
Yeah, I didn't
Ukraine
remember
talk
that
about it.
welcoming
I know
for
y'all
the
keep talking about the
Palestinians.
Ukraine.
Where's the
Y'all keep
red
talking about
carpet for the Palestinians that they laid out for the Ukrainians? I wait,
there is none. They're not
or that's
allied
two
with the United
different.
States.
That's
Israel
two
is.
different things that happen. I think not.
No, you have a war between two people, and they're gonna ride with Israel. Like, what are you saying? They gonna ride with Israel and the enemy?
So they
What,
they come in as a
bruh?
they change their country name. They go to Syria and a lot of them they come in through there. That's how they get in. It's a lot of Palestinians here, but they can't come in saying they're Palestinian.
that's pretty wild itself right there.
Yep. Do go to the neighbor country, boom.
Now let's get in this bit.
Who really knows the difference though?
Oh
Uh,
boy, here we go.
If you live around them, you know there's a difference between Lebanese, Palestinian,
If you
Yemeni.
know, you
Like,
know, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
trucker,
really.
Know the
that's
difference.
crazy, bro. You come
It's
in hot, boy. You this boy.
Hey,
Wow.
hey, tell me why Twitter just took down my tweet, bro.
What was your tweet?
Talking about what we talking about the border shit. They took down my tweet, bro.
No,
uh huh.
I'm saying, what did you
tomorrow,
say
we need
though?
to have this conversation, man.
Yo, I didn't say that crazy. All I said was,
What's the point of he
uh,
brought it? They mainstream is
He
keeping
boarded it up,
us
huh?
contained on certain shit about what's. I'm
I
telling you,
hashtag.
No,
Hey,
how did you word it? Words matter. How did you
that's
word
what
it?
I'm asking,
All I
man.
said was New Jack City wants to know what's going on with our borders. and I hashtag border patrol, border
That's why
tightness.
they took it down. Cause you hashtag there.
But that's the trending topics
Hey,
right now,
hey,
though. That shit is trending.
hey, Goonie, you got too much motion over there.
That nasty word. I go back. So what the
Oh
fuck? They
yeah.
put my whole shit there.
You one of them guys over there, man. They like, no, 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 no. So tomorrow, Scholarship Saturday. Does America have a border problem? Tune in.
Facts.
Let's do it that way. Hell yeah.
Then you're gonna have them other ones. We shouldn't be worried about the borders. We should be worried about our own kind and
We
what's
worry about
going
the
on
black
in
man.
yeah.
We need to have a border before we worry about they borders,
Wait,
brother.
our human
We got
rights.
our we got our
What
own
don't it
borders,
seem? Don't
our
it seem like
own
they were
community.
worried? Don't they seem like they were worried about the borders in the summertime?
That
Well, I
border
think it's an
been an issue.
interesting. I think it's an interesting discussion because you can get agreements on both sides, right? So, what's the true resolution to what our current situation is with our border, right? Because you're gonna get Republicans and Democrats to agree on that. That's one thing. That's why it always shows up every 4 years.
And the crazy
My
thing
bad.
about it, this border issue been a problem since 2020. It's just the media dictates what's important for us to go over. This been a problem ever since 2020. And this been out there. Folks been talking about it the longest.
Only since
It,
2020, Joe.
Yeah, I was about
2020.
to say.
He
Older
took
than
the
that, bro.
words right out of my
Think
mouth.
before that.
Man.
No, I'm
Nah,
talking
nah,
about.
I agree. I
I'm
agree. Only
listen.
since
Listen to me.
2020. Hold on,
The
Joe.
borders was open in 2020. 2020s was that scene when we had all them people had them shirts that said vote for Biden or whatever the
Oh
fuck they said.
shit! Yeah,
That was 2020, and and ever since then, it's been an issue. It's been talked about plenty of times, but mainstream media they only cover it just enough for they can get their views and keep it going. You know how they go.
I take it back
Y'all
to
do
I
know
take
that
it
the
back to
border.
2016. I say
oh,
2016 when when fentanyl became a problem in their, and I'm using air quotes, in their
Mhm.
community, when their children started ODing behind it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know,
hold on, Badu.
Wait a
What
minute.
what
I'll
about the
let them. I'll
meth,
let them rock. Let them
Badu?
rock. Let them rock. Let them rock. I'm waiting till.
when that started to become, you know what I'm saying, a problem within, their community. Our community been suffering, you know what I'm saying, from that trade for the longest. But once it hit their community, and what they doing is they, you know what I'm saying, they pinning it on the border, whereas it's not really the border. It's the doctors here in our own on our own turf that's, you know what I'm saying, prescribing, you know what I'm saying, this medication, getting, you know what I'm saying, these kids hooked on that shit. And then that's when, you know what I'm saying, they're out going elsewhere, outsourcing elsewhere once that script is up, still trying to chase that, that feeling that they was getting from them script meds that they was on. That's my take.
I think
I
that
was just going to
addiction,
ask.
I think that addiction, it far surpasses the addiction in our community, as, and it's been that way. I
I'm a,
get what you're saying, but they always had a bigger problem with that shit than us.
All
I'm gonna
right.
say
Eh,
2000, 2010. I'm gonna say 2010.
Go back a
Oh,
little bit further than that.
All right. Can I go back what he was saying about 2016 fentanyl real quick before you go to 2010? Uh, the 2016 situation with the fentanyl. If we going on that, fentanyl always been here, but 2020 when them borders was open, fentanyl did an uptick because uh China. This is all known because I even covered this. China brought scientists to Mexico and taught them how to do put that umph in that fentanyl. This is a different fentanyl. 2020, different fentanyl than what you talking about 2016, 2010. The Chinese scientists, they put a some type of precursor in the fentanyl. And that's what in 2020, that's what's been the uptick of all the deaths. The deaths started in 2020 hard with fentanyl.
All right, Joe. So everybody gonna forget about the whole meth trade?
Meth, see the thing is with meth, it wasn't killing them. It's just fucking them up. Meth is like the
Yeah,
new
but
crack.
Joe, that's when it got like, yo, where this shit coming from? It was coming from Mexico. You don't remember that?
Yeah, but
That was
fentanyl
like
is
the early
dropping
that
bodies.
was the early 2090s and shit, Joe.
People want that's just drug addictions. I'm talking about people dying off take. That started in 2020.
Yeah, but it was they people though, Joe. It was white people getting addicted to this meth. They even
No,
made a show out of it, Breaking
no,
Bad.
no, no, I get what you're saying, but I'm just going off when he said fentanyl 2016. People weren't dying left and right from fentanyl
Joe,
in 2016.
wasn't that
No.
Breaking Bad on the border? Wasn't that all on the border?
Over
Oh,
there in New
that
Mexico. New Mexico, close to the
2016.
Breaking
border.
Bad, that was that blue meth.
That's when it began. I'm not saying that it was at an
I
all
like
time high in
I,
2016, but that's when
And
it
they were
began.
going to Mexico too. That because it's
I
right there,
like
New Mexico, on that show. Breaking.
I like how we just overskip like heroin like that ain't the leading cause to what
When
No, it's
when
heroin. That
okay, let's break it down. Heroin, crack, cocaine, all motherfucker just you just become addicted to that shit. This fentanyl that hit in 2020 that was made by the scientists in China and gave to the cartel, this
Nah,
right
you
here,
ODing off of that heroin too, Joe.
No, you talking about, say it right, Joe. The synthetic fentanyl.
the synthetic fentanyl.
There
This
you
is
go.
a totally different fentanyl that hit in 2020. If you check, if you go look up deaths behind fentanyl from 2020 to now and check from deaths from fentanyl from 2010 to 2019, totally difference. Totally difference.
Well, I'm not checking. I'm just looking at the devastation that it did to a community. And I'm looking at the fact that when you look at heroin, it, usually these people had the biggest issue from what I've noticed from not me doing no research, but me just looking at the community, talking to these people, working around them, and watching it how when they started getting upset was in 2010 because that's when heroin was getting, and I don't know if it was mixed with this fentanyl or whatever, but it started getting out to the suburbs. And
it
when it
was
started
mixed.
getting
It
out to the
got mixed
suburbs,
up. Trucking.
right? When it started getting out to the suburbs and getting to their young kids, not college kids, but 13, 14-year old high school kids, that's when I seen them saying like, yo, this is a problem. And then that's when I watched the older folks tell me, yeah, it's so funny how back in the day they've had a war on drugs, but then now this heroin is a big issue, and they tried to sweep it under the rug because it was only in they were coming and then stuck in the black community. But now, since these kids are buying it and going back to their communities, now it's a problem.
I,
Now it's a problem when it gets to the suburbs.
I get what you're saying. I was just going off what we were saying about the 2016 and fentanyl. It was like heroin and that's all bad. We agree on that. That's all bad. It's not saying I'm not saying that fentanyl is the roughest one of them all. That's what I'm saying. This is a synthetic fentanyl that was made by scientists to particularly hurt people. And this was
No, it
in
ain't. It's a cancer
2020.
medicine, Joe.
Synthetic
They've been using it.
sym,
They been.
They've been
Pay
using.
attention. Pay attention to what I'm saying, Phil. Cause I know you about to start arguing for no reason. Pay attention to what I'm saying.
Arguing for no
Damn,
Synthetic
reason.
Joe.
fentanyl is not the same as the fentanyl you talking about that when people get shot and everything.
But
That's
that's
a
the
totally
same thing
different
they make
fentanyl.
medicine with, Joe.
That's a totally different fentanyl, Phil. This fentanyl, this synthetic fentanyl that's made by scientists in China, this is totally different than fentanyl we
Synthetic
use for the
is the
health.
synthetic one is dangerous.
But
Exactly,
see, but see the fit
exactly. That's totally
but
two different kinds.
But
but
You can
see,
get
but
that fentanyl in the hospital, the one you
bro, you
talking
can
about,
get the
Phil.
that's the same
right, but that's
classified,
but
It's
bro.
not the
that's
same, Phil.
listen. But that's what folks was chasing. The ones that was getting prescribed, the ones that you can get in the hospital. That's what folks was chasing. But the street dealers was out here giving that synthetic one because it's cheaper and you can get it more by the bulk than the one that they was getting in the hospital. That's where the issue came about.
Bingo, bingo. And this
So
synthetic
that sound like an
fentanyl,
American problem that we created, Joe, and then we depended on another country to fulfill.
and guess how this
But that's
synthetic fentanyl flooded?
But
This
the
synthetic
and
crazy
fit
that's
shit is, the crazy
this
shit
sim
is about this shit.
and that's what goes back to my original
Can,
statement when I said that, you know what I'm saying, they're using this border shit as the blame, where it's really here, man made in this country where the shit
No,
is
no,
coming
it's
from.
not. That's false news. We covered this.
It's
I
made
covered
in
this faithfully.
China.
China made the synthetic fentanyl. Only thing America got is some of the precursors. The doctors have the precursors here, yes, but we do
Oh,
not have the actual the
And one
actual
thing I will
antidote.
say though,
The
Joe, is
antidote,
made in China, but the Chinese smuggle it through Mexico for
bingo.
the most part.
That
okay, I'm wording it wrong. The addiction started here is what I'm getting at with the, you know what I'm saying? Because when these kids they get injured doing these sports and stuff, uh, don't you ever wonder how you hear about a kid that was a all world soccer player, then you know what I'm saying, then they got hurt and then boom, uh they fell into drugs and then ended up ODing or whatnot. It's because they was chasing that. All right, so bam. Okay, it wasn't. I worded it wrong. It wasn't made here, but the origin of the addiction started here. Is
so
what
the
I
question I
guess is what you
have
could say.
is the question I have is so basically it's a fentanyl user. It's not a heroin user. It's just a
That
fentanyl user.
fentanyl ain't nothing but a cutting agent, man. That was 10 times stronger than the doses that niggas had, man.
What you say it is, fam?
It ain't no cutting
Shit,
agent.
you
It
know,
sure the
cause
fuck
niggas,
ain't,
listen,
It's
niggas
not.
was using, nigga, you could take a ounce of
bro.
fentanyl and and cut that shit 10 times on the
Ain't no
dose.
cut. You can't cut that. That you
Cuz
Yeah,
get
I'm
that
we on
shit
the
more
tube.
powerful
We
than
we
heroin,
on
nigga.
YouTube.
all right,
That
let's
Listen,
shit
say
more
this
the
too,
powerful than
man.
origin of
Let me
heroin.
say this
fentanyl, the
too.
origin of
Trucking,
fentanyl
trucking.
was
I don't
it was
think the two.
supposed to be used as a elephant tranquilizer.
Hey, trucking. I think you need to stop saying heroin and say opioids. You know what I'm saying? That opioid addiction is what got it. You know what I'm talking about? The opioids,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, yeah, change the words. Yeah.
Hey, while we at it, we
Well,
taking a
no, the
little
reason
break.
why
Hold on, my man. Hold on, my man. Can you please go check the link out and go over there to the YouTube and hit the like button? Shout out to my boy Eddie. Got us rocking over here on the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, comment, and share ASAP right now.
Yeah, I'm finna go do that right now.
From immigration to fentanyl is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah,
But
we
it,
gonna
it
blame.
goes
Why
back
we
to
not?
the
We gotta
drug
blame
Hey,
the problem, not the goddamn
hey,
the band.
hey,
It
that shit
does
was
go right
made
to
in a
that, though.
lab, man. It's an opioid, bro. They use it for cancer patients, bro. I'm telling you. Look it up, research it. China
Alrighty
just
then.
sold it to us on the black market. That's all they did.
Because they knew that we wanted to. We had an addiction. Right?
Oh, we have addiction problems. That's without a doubt.
That's what we need to focus on. Why do we have such an addiction problem in America?
Yeah, man.
It's
I
the
lost
number
my
one
fucking key.
destination for
You
any
want me to
drug
ask that
trade.
question?
But
You
weed
want to
illegal.
you know that? And with the crisis, as much as it touches everybody, the number one problem is how many Caucasians it is touching. That's the reason why it's a
Yeah, it's a
problem. If it
bunch of
wasn't
them.
touching that many, if it
Nah, we
wasn't touching
can't
that
we
many,
can't
they
even
would let
say that
everybody
no
else die
more.
off.
We can't even say
Oh
that
yes, we
no more.
can.
Black people do
Yes, we can.
fentanyl, brother.
But I'm saying they don't care about that. They
Yes,
want
they
it to be
do.
in your neighborhood, but they
Shit, you
want to got
crazy. All these dope
brother.
fiends
Come
in
on,
these inner
brother.
cities, boy, that dope, that fentanyl got their ass going
Y'all
crazy.
missing the point Kareem making
They don't
though.
care
The
about that.
mass majority of it is them. Y'all
No, it's
missing the
not.
point.
Not no more. Not no more.
Yeah, it is,
All
man.
right,
Come
No, it
on,
It
man.
ain't.
was them in the beginning, but
like I
now
said,
a lot of blacks are
You better go
doing it.
Somebody
check the
come with the
statistics.
numbers. Somebody
About to
come with
say
them
Somebody
I
come with
broke
the
a,
Please
I
numbers,
come
broke
with
the
the
man.
look at
numbers.
numbers.
brother Barry right
Please.
there. Barry knows the numbers
I
right there.
broke the
Brother Barry,
numbers a
break it
couple
No,
down.
I
couple
don't know
months
the
ago.
numbers. I'm just saying, let's get them before we
The
start saying what it is. You know what I'm saying?
There it
Exactly.
is. Good
Deal
moderation,
with
very
facts.
Here's the
good
thing.
conversation, man.
Here's
we
the thing.
we
When you
uh
break
we
it
broke
down,
the numbers in the
it's always gonna be
CMB.
that.
The black black American is dying at a way more rapidly pace than them.
What they said, it was up 80% last year.
Yeah.
Opioid overdoses in our community.
There it is.
Ooh, mm-mm. Look, the niggas
That's
want
some
to take
fake
fake
vitamins.
perks
That's some
30s.
fake vitamins they taking.
It's because of them perks.
Hey,
I
you
call them
goddamn
vitamins.
right.
It's some fake vitamins.
Zans, perks,
I call
all
them
that shit.
vitamins. We on live TV.
Oh shit,
Back
my fault. Yeah, niggas be
them
they
fake
be
them
wild.
fake vitamins.
Hey, so it says right here, um, overdose death rates increased significantly for Black Americans, Indian, and Alaska Native people in 2020. Um, overdose rates, let's say, increased 44% for Black people and 39% for American Indian. Um, overdose rates have in other groups, specifically whites, for those who increased was 22%. So we was at 44% and they had 22%.
Is that in general or Fetty
But
Wap?
that
You
that's
said in
just the
Alaska, brother.
increase too, though. That's not
You said in
all.
Alaska.
That's in addition
Opioid.
to. What's that source, Stu?
CDC government.
There it is. So that's just in
There
general.
it is.
That ain't off just Fetty Wap.
Yeah, that's overall. But the
Okay.
increase we know is from that
Yeah,
and the
that's
fake
opioid,
vitamins.
but that's yeah, right.
Okay. Cause yeah, we in that
But
type of
dudes be
crisis anyway.
popping 4, 5 vitamins and be straight, but they pop one of them fake vitamins and be out of here.
Yeah,
All
some
right,
of this.
I
In that
got
Go ahead.
New
I
York
got
minute.
here it go. It says in 2020, the overdose death rate among Black males 65 years and older was nearly 7 times that of white males 65 years and older. Black people 15 to 24 years old experienced the largest rate increase with an 86% compared with changes seen in other race and groups from during 2019 to 2020. Overdose
Whoa.
rates for AI and women 25 through 44 years of age were nearly 2 times of what white women was 25 to 44 years of age.
Wow.
Tell you, shit got flooded, man. It's
So,
just
so what
this
y'all trying to
this
say?
it's
That
flooded with this
Nah,
other
but
shit
it
though.
had a
fewer
lot
of
to
us
do
than
with
them?
us sitting down too, right?
Yep.
You
Back
in that house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody going crazy, losing
everybody is
their
Man,
mind.
we
Hey, not just that
I just
sitting
pulled them up because
down.
they always
The
be all closing
uh
up again.
the other sitting down too when you gotta go in timeout.
yeah, that's what yeah. And when we were sitting down doing our thing, that's when the shit came in.
Cause it's heavy
Hey,
in
while we
there.
sitting down, we got something for you.
It's
Here,
heavy. Yep, it's heavy in
here.
there, bro. You don't need no scription in there.
All you gotta do is go see Dr. Ray Ray.
Hey, one day we'll talk about that whole script game. I seen it firsthand. That shit. It's a whole racket.
Ooh, boy, I know there's gonna be a discussion right there. Where I live, man, mine's around the corner like candy on the giveaway.
Yeah, some of this shit is colorless now, man.
Would it be fair to
Like,
say that in our community is the those that were using the vitamin C's that went to these vitamins? Because I've heard that's the next level. Like when that don't work for you no more, then you go to the other vitamin.
But just know that it's synthetic H. So you know what
Mm.
I'm saying. They can't get that no more. That drives up the H market.
You did on Kareem, because you know it starts off as a doctor's office, like Ab said, injuries. And it start off as a doctor's office, and then when they cut you off, when you strung out, what's the
Now I
next step?
remember in the last
You go
room,
into the street.
I remember Stu said before we go to everybody else, start right there. You knew when you put it out there what it was going to do. You ran tests
Yeah. Hey,
on
they
people and animals.
apologized about the 30s. They said they actually when they put it out, they said that it wasn't as addictive and all that, right? And then they say, "Oops, we was wrong. We'll pay you 100 million. We made 3 trillion."
Because I always see you on TV, like sometimes when I don't be on the app with y'all late at night, because sometimes I have problems sleeping. The infomercials. Have you took this 5 years later? Everybody, everything that, just why I say I'm trying to stay away from pills and all this stuff. Because everything they put out in the market, you can get, you sue for it later. Everything. The
Well,
money's
just
been made. The
to
damage is done.
not twist the topic, like the painkiller industry, if we dig into that and turn that into a topic, bro, it'll amaze you.
shit, Johnson and Johnson. That's that.
Well, then I read into the room earlier this week. Johnson got hit with a $150 million lawsuit versus the state of Washington up there where Lovely is. Remember, she was telling us about how they allow certain things to be done. Well, the state they had to pay. Johnson came up. I thought it was a small number, but it was
Definitely
150
is.
million dollars that they had to pay the state. You know what I'm saying? Because of the crisis they created with the opioids up there in Seattle, Washington.
Look at all the CVS and Walgreens that are being sued and they paying out. But how much did they make from pushing out them opiates with doctors pushing
Billions.
out
I would say
scripts?
trillion. I would say at least in the hundreds of millions. See, that's the thing. They get their money and get to skate away. They get their money and skate away. Did 5 years later. Had you take Domino, Domino has been found to cause side effects of irregular heartbeat and diabetes and diarrhea. If you've been a victim of these symptoms, you can be compensated. Call us at 1-800. We made our money, man. We're gonna give you pennies on the dollar.com. And I mean everything. You hear me? Every medicine they put out, and math. They was getting my auntie, she got a letter in the mail about the Ritalin that she's giving her kid. Now the side effects is coming up, but the money's been made. And they give it to you in generic form, which is even worse. You're not even getting, you don't even know what you get it. Because most of us don't have top tier insurance to get the grade A stuff. Instead of what is it? Uh, it'd be
That the
instead of
name brand is
OxyContin, it'd be
literally
Ocin.
generic.
Yeah.
It's literally called the generic.
And then we found out that Ritalin was what, one molecule away from meth.
Yep, the Ritalin and the Adderall.
Come on, man. But we we worry about some. They built this problem, and now they trying to use. You know what I'm saying? They built this. They did this shit, dog.
Fact.
Them people, them the politicians was up there eating up from these pharmaceutical companies. Wasn't they, Chico? They was getting paid. Them pharmaceutical companies was everybody getting insurance companies, hospitals.
Still, all of them getting paid. It was a whole racket.
Hey, the doctors were getting paid.
Hell yeah.
Every prescription
Bonuses
you
for
said, we're gonna
subscribing
send
them.
you a cut. They have you ever watch American Greed? They have a whole episode on the painkillers.
That's one of my favorite shows. Kev,
Yep.
American Greed is the shit.
I ain't gonna
And that's
lie.
what I mean. Yeah, sir. So, hey, I see Goonie. You say he's trying to change the title. I don't know. Um,
Yeah, it
We
might
should
be
do
too
that.
late. We should have did that like an hour ago. It might be too late now.
I'm about to say we might have to, prepare for that.
yeah, and then the title that you talking is it's that fucking Friday. That ain't got nothing to do with. You see that up there? I don't see that.
It's like what we posted on Twitter. That's what.
Yeah, I see that.
That must be from when Biggie and them did the first room. That's what it is.
Ah man, what the fuck?
Because I think that's what it was. They titled something. Might have been the title of this. So we would have to change that. We would probably have to close the room to change that title.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah, it's like an hour or two ago. That's what it said.